Hello everyone. From this lecture I'll start advanced simulation in Serenade software. So as from the title you can guess, we are starting with directional coupler. So in this video we won't be going to the simulation, but we'll try to know what is our directional coupler first. From the name we can understand that it is something like we are giving the direction to our wave propagation or any signal. Like if we give any signal, then from our general sense we can assume that our signal will propagate in linear fashion. But using this device we are trying to do something like changing the course of its direction. Okay, so let's move to our next slide. So what is the agenda of this video? Basically we'll understand what is BLC. VLC means branch line coupler. Branch line coupler is a type of directional coupler. Then in the next video what we'll do, we'll simulate with Serenade. This is just the example how in the future video we'll simulate this with Serenade, and we will get our result and we will match it with our theory. Then these are actually we won't be doing in YouTube videos, because in the exact lab fashion in our college what we used to do, we do this thing, then we prepare the mask. But I'll give you a light idea how we do it in real life. So this is the schematic or layout of our directional coupler. I'll come to the thing of this later, like what these are actually. I know you all are not knowing what is this, like something like a spider you may assume, but this is the layout of our branch line coupler which we gonna study today. So what we do after the theory part done, simulation is all okay, then we design the layout using one software called IntelliCAD, or there are many AutoCAD software are there. Like in Photoshop also you can make this. After that what we do, we get its DXF file, and in our lab we have a cutter, Mux cutter. We upload this file to that Mux cutter, and then Mux cutter fabricate this mask for the photolithography of our directional coupler. So this picture is directly from my last year lab where I used to do this actually. And then finally this is our device. This is fabricated in my time. So it is made in IIT. And actually we have manufactured many things during my that lab. That was very good lab. Okay, so mainly what I'll do, I'll make you understand these 2 points, and this last 2 points. Actually I have another point also. These 3 points I'll just brief you, like how we do in practical life. This is in simulation world, and this is in our practical life. So as we don't have any physical lab here, so I may skip these 3 points. Okay, so let's go to our next slide. So this is your BLC, branch line coupler. This is a black box. Actually we know what inside it hold, because in last slide I have shown you few of the pictures, but for now just assume that it is your black box. We don't know anything about it. Perfect. It's have 4 ports: port 1, port 2, port 3 and port 4. Few of you may get confused, like how it is port 4. You may say like it is 2-port network. This is port 1, this is port 2. But let me clear your confusion. You are right, it's look like a 2-port network, because in our earlier videos we used to see like this. We used to draw a box and we used to say like this is our 2-port, because each port need to have 2 lines, signal going and signal coming back. So we used to say this is our port 1 and this is our port 2. But what is happening here, actually in expanded view it is actually like this, here 2, here 2. Okay, you are getting my point, I guess. And what we are doing, we are just neglecting this common ground point because it is common to all the port, so we don't need to show it explicitly, so don't get confused. So here what we are doing, we are considering point 1 as our input port. There is no rule that port 1 should be an input port only. Okay, keep this in mind. For now, port 1 is input port. If port 1 is input port, if you fix this, then your port 2, this is the port 2. Port 2 will be called direct port. Sorry, excuse me. Direct port, or sometimes we denote it by using T, or through port. Okay, so if 1 is your input port, then direct connection to port 2 is called through port. Next, port 3 is called couple port, and port 4, sorry, it is not 3 is already written, it is called couple port or in capital C, and the port 4 is called isolation port or in capital I. And these all the nomenclature are because we have fixed port 1 as our input port. But now if we change the thing, like we say no, we don't want port 1 as our input port, we want port 3 as our input port. You are getting me, right? So this is a symmetrical device or circuit, so that means everything should be replicated for port 3 also, and yes, everything got replicated for port 3 also. So if we consider port 3 as our input port, then port 4 will be your, yeah, right, it will be your direct port or through port. Port 1 will be your couple port, and port 2 will be your isolation port. So this thing you need to keep in your mind, because during my time also these things are not clear in first go, so I was little confused about it, but I think I have cleared this thing to you. You can choose any port as your input port, and accordingly name of the other port will get changed. Okay, so next slide. So let's get some definition of some coupler parameters. So first definition is coupling, and everything we like to show in dB. We love dB sense. Okay, so what is coupling? Coupling is your, this is the measure, like it is measuring how much power is received. Don't go with my spellings, just I'm for quick purpose I am just skipping. How much power is received in port 3. So what, how we can, with respect to port 1, so it will be like P3 with respect to port 1, and we want it in dB, so 10 log. And why minus? Because P3 could be equal to P1, but P3 can't be more than P1, so that means inside this may be 1 or less than 1. So log of something less than 1 or 1 will be 0 or less than 0. So to make it positive, we use a minus sign here. I think these things are clear already, because in last video also I have explained it many times. And because it's power, so it's 10, and if it is in S parameter form, then it will be 20. I think you know why. If you don't know, then I will suggest you to see my previous videos also. And it is the magnitude of S31. Now why S31? Because I am considering port 1 as my input port. So from your intuition you can say some signal is falling here, and signal could be in voltage form or current form, and some signal is coming out of here. Perfect. So we want let it be V1, it is going in positive direction. V1, because it is reflecting, so it will be negative. So we can say we need to get it like V3 minus by B1 plus, and this is nothing but this is the definition of S31. Are you getting it? So minus 20 log S31 is denoted by I'm guessing like you are not clear with this thing like this of my logic. So let me revise something again. Like for our microstrip line, if we are giving some signal here and we are getting out some signal and we are telling it port 1 and we are telling it port 2, then how we used to estimate it? We said it as S21 or means V2 minus. Why minus? Because something, this is just a convention. Something coming to the circuit is called as plus and something going out of the circuit is called V minus. So this signal is coming out of the signal our circuit, so it is V2 minus by V1 plus because it is coming to your circuit. So this thing actually, and these things was denoted by S21. And for now, why it is S31? Because we are dealing with port 3. Okay, now I think it's clear. So this is your coupling coefficient, most important for VLC network. Next thing what we have return loss. We know already what is return loss. You have given some power, how much power is coming out of your circuit again. So this is your return loss. Any confusion, just go to comment section and write down there. I'll explain it, or I'll personally message you about the thing. Okay, so for now I am just speeding up a few things because we need to finish it in a stipulated time frame. Next definition is isolation, and I have said isolation port is 4, so you want to know how much power is received by isolation port with respect to port 1. So this is P4 by P1, or in S parameter form it is S41. And lastly it is directivity. Now wait, let me erase this thing. Okay, now what is happening in directivity? It is something which is not something which is little complicated. So see, directivity you can't find out directly. For directivity, what is the formula? It is this is in linear scale. You need to have your isolation in linear scale, you need to have your coupling in linear scale. But if we want to derive it for dB form, then it will be isolation divided by coupling, because minus in the log form it is division, and your isolation is S41 and your coupling coefficient is S31. So that's why it is coming like this. Okay, so I think I'm clear right now. When we'll go in simulation also, you see directivity you will calculate manually. We can't get it from the plot of our serenade. Okay, so in our next slide, actually I took this slide to clear your confusion about S parameter, but as I have deal with this here only, like I was explaining something to you, like how S21 was coming and how S31 is coming. So I want to wait. So I want to skip this slide, but still let me tell you one thing. Like for 2-port network, our S parameter is 2 into 2. Now it is a 4-port network, so our S parameter will be 4:4. So let's derive it. Like S parameter for our this 4-port network. This is port 1, this is port 2, this is port 3, and this is port 4. This is our input port. We have fixed it. After fixing this only, then we can name other port. Otherwise we can't do it. So if 1 is your input port, then let's derive column 1. First will be your S11, and S11 is your return loss. If we denote it with R, then it is R return loss. And return loss, what we want for our return loss, ideally speaking, we want it should be 0, because we want every power should be consumed by our circuit only. So our return loss should be 0. Then what we have? We have S21, and S21 here, what is this? It is your through port. and we don't know the value of what is true port, so let's denote it using T. Next, S31, it is coupling, you can denote it with C. And then port 4, like 41, S41, and from the name only it suggests that we want isolation should be equal to 0. So ideally we want it should be 0. So this is your port 1. Let derive for port 2 also. Means deriving for port 2 means our port 2 is input port now. So what I am doing, let me erase it, and I say this is our input port. So if port 2 is your input port, then in port 1 what you are getting S12, and S12 will be your through port. In the port 4 you will get S42, and S42 will be your coupling port. And port 3 will be your isolation port, so this should be 0. And 2 in 2 port is your return loss, and this also should be 0. So I'll suggest you to derive these 2 columns also, and then compare it with the ideal S parameter of VLC. There in the internet they might have assumed it as J or something, because they are assuming it is a 3dB VLC, but for right now just ignore those terms. Right now you just derive it as I have done it here. Okay, so let's go to next slide.